All right, here we are, Scotty Ernst. It's that time of the year.
It is.
It is the RC Chili Bowl, Scotty Ernst Mudboss Shootout, and this is it's yours actually. I'm just here to help you out a little bit.
Yeah, we're here at Trackside using his studio. My studio is kind of decommissioned, and I said, "Hey, Jamie, can we use the studio that you guys do your weekly live chat here at Trackside?" And he's like, "Yeah, for sure." So, thanks to him for allowing us to come and have a chat. We got a whole lot of people chiming in and joining us. Good to have you folks following along. This is something we started, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, maybe right after the pandemic.
Yeah, we
I
got
think
161 people. Yeah, it was right around the pandemic time when you couldn't do you had to do some social distancing.
Exactly. You guys remember that? That was a crazy time in life. But the one good thing we learned of it, and we still use the Chili Bowl this day. Monty's in charge of that. The sections on the driver's stand at each spot, I really like that because then you stop people from muscling into areas. So we got designated spots. That's worked out really well.
It always has, yeah.
The one good thing, it came from the pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of people online right now, Scotty. You got Randy Brewmeister online, shouting out to him. Chris Goodwin, Mike Tay, Tim McNutt online.
Tim is our tech master, helping us out with the shootout and helping us out at the Chili Bowl last couple of years. Trey Ford, if you guys been in the Chili Bowl for a long time, Trey has been our tech master for many, many years. Unfortunately, he's battling some health stuff right now, so he's kind of had to step away and give the reins to Tim and his crew. So, Trey, we're thinking about you. Hope your health improves. We had good news from him here over the last month, so he's gotten better. Good. And that's good. He's going to try to make an appearance and say hey to everybody. So, Trey, if you're out there watching, best wishes from all of us, and we hope you can swing by and say hey. But, yeah, Tim kind of takes the reins on that. He's been a big help with our Mudboss Shootout because he's really hip to all the rules and stuff like that, knows a lot more about it than I do. And it's really good to have him and his crew going to be joining us.
Oh, man, a couple other good ones online. Jake Fleur online, Dustin Malico online.
I see Cameron Mott. Cameron, how you doing? Good to have you following along. Cameron used to run the Chili Bowl quite a bit. Stepped away last year, but he's coming to the shootout this year. So, Cameron, it's going to be good to see you again at the Mudboss Shootout. And we just, like I said, started this a couple years ago, just have a chance to talk to everybody, kind of go over the rules, kind of go over the format. There's a lot of people that haven't been. This year, a lot of first-timers coming to the Chili Bowl. Last year was the first year of the shootout, and for the first year, I was really happy with it. The amount of entries you had, anytime you start a new event, it always takes a minute to grow, but we're more than double this year from what we had last year.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's come a long way in the last, how many years has it been?
For the shootout second year, Chili Bowl, I was trying to count up. Is this, I think, a 12th year that we've been involved in it? 15 was our first. I don't know. I'm getting old. I forget this stuff.
Yeah, Dustin said that online.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, that picture that you put at the start, 1,000 pictures of me on the internet. That's the best one you can find.
I was under a time crunch.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
We were definitely informed
yes.
by a phone call, and she's probably watching.
I'm sure
that
she
I
is.
spelled goes wrong, and I do apologize for that. Spelling is not my strong suit.
My daughter was on it, and I'm sure she thought that I screwed it up because, yeah, I do that a lot. But so we're going to start with Mudboss Shootout stuff. Like I said, this is our second year of the event. We got more than double, I think. Trying to see if I got my notes here. I think we have in the shootout this year, we have, what do we got entry-wise? Got 143 entries in the kind of, as I say, the Mudboss classes. The Mudboss class is street stock, stuff like that. 143, which is really awesome. And then in the 13.5 classes, we have 140 entries. So pretty balanced between the two. And it's going to make for a great event. We're doing it 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this year. And we're going to go through the kind of the schedule and the plan so everybody's really informed of what we're going to do.
Awesome. I think, did it grow from last year?
It did. Yeah, it did. It grew quite a bit. And it always is the case with a new event. And through our years of doing events and stuff like that, it takes time for people to get it. Last year, I failed in setting the schedule right. I didn't think right. So this year we kind of shortened it a little bit, moved it later in the week, and obviously it's worked because we got a lot of people that are coming. So It's going to be a lot of fun. We got some great sponsors on board to make it happen. Like any race that we have in our industry, without the sponsors, we couldn't do it. They support, they send the teams, they send supplies and things like that. So I want to give a shout out to the great sponsors that we have for the shootout. The shootout, again, Salvis, Mudboss, Eric and Steve, the Salvis boys, they're, diehard oval guys for years, whether it be, I remember back in the day as a snowbirds, carpet oval, dirt oval, it doesn't matter. Salvis boys are always a big part of the race, and we appreciate Salvis Mudboss. Again, being the title sponsor of the event. When I approached him last year, been probably 2 years ago, I said, hey, I got this idea, and he was on board right away, said for sure. He was the kind of guy that really started the whole Mudboss craze, and he had a vision, and it's really, really worked out well, and great to have Salvis Mudboss as our title sponsor. I want to thank Custom Works, Team GFRP, Wits Racing, Power Products, Hobby Wing, J Concepts, Dirt Grabber, Liquid Designs, Power HD, A-Main Hobbies, ProTech RC, Donathan RC, TLR, and Lifetime, Live RC, MX Trophies, and Stick It One Racing. All those folks play a part in allowing us to give you guys and girls from all over the country some cool events, and those are the sponsors of our Mudboss Shootout.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. There's a lot of new sponsors this year also, Scotty, that weren't here last year, and then they're showing a bunch of interest in the Dirt Oval, and it's one of the biggest dirt oval races in the world, honestly. So obviously they're seeing it, and they want to sponsor the event.
Absolutely. Dirt Oval is it's growing massively. A lot of you guys don't know my racing background, but it started in Dirt Oval. When I first got in the hobby back in 1998, it was Dirt Oval was all it was. This guy was, 13 years old, had a mullet down his back, and that's where I started. Dirt Oval with a old converted RC10 and JG front bumper, and man, those silicone foam tires. And
yeah, that's cool. We got a lot to talk about. We should probably keep going because of you picking on me a little bit.
Hey, that's okay though. That's part of it. So our schedule to our Mudboss drivers, we're going to have load-in starting Thursday morning, 7 a.m. We're going to open the doors, and you can come get your pit set up your easy up, stuff like that. We'll have check-in going where you can check in, get your T-shirts and things like that. And then practice is going to start at 9 a.m. on Thursday. And that's going to go to 6 o'clock. Now, we have kind of two main groups of cars. We have the Mudboss style cars and street stock, stuff like that, the low-C sprints. Then we have 13.5 sprint and the late models. So the track is going to be freshly grooved up. It's going to be a brand new heavy track. So the Mudboss guys are going to practice there at the start. Sprint 13.5 sprint cars and late models, you're really not, with your tires that you're running, you won't be able to get on a track right away. And then once the track kind of grooves in, then you guys are more than welcome to go out. You can go out anytime, but it's not going to be pretty much good traction for you. But it'll only take an hour or two, and then the track will be kind of grooved in, and then you'll be able to go. Then at 6 o'clock, we'll close the track. Then we're going to run a round of seeding. And it's going to be 2-minute runs. We're going to take your fastest 2 consecutive laps to set the qualifying groups for Friday. So practice till 6, and then a round of seeding. It's going to take a couple, 3 hours to do that, hopefully wrapped up by 9 o'clock or so.
So that's on Thursday, correct? January 8th.
Correct, on Thursday, yes.
Yep.
Then Friday, we're going to open up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and we're going to start 3 rounds of qualifying. As I mentioned earlier, the track is going to be heavy. So we're going to, unlike the Chili Bowl where we till it up every, 15 races probably?
It's 15 to 18 races usually.
We do it. Not for the shootout. We're going to till the track up at night. You're going to arrive in the morning. It's going to be a brand new track, and we're going to let it go throughout the day. Now, we may water, we may drag it if we have to, stuff like that, but just simple maintenance throughout the course of the day. So to start qualifying, we're going to start with all the Mudboss classes, and then we're going to run 2 rounds of qualifying for them. So we're going to race from race 1 to whatever it is, 16, 18, 20 of just the Mudboss classes. Then we're going to start over with race 1, do the second round of Mudboss classes. Again, because the track is not going to be great for 13.5s because it's still pretty heavy. So we're going to run 2 rounds of those classes. Then we're going to do 2 rounds of 13.5. So late model and sprint. And we're going to start again, late model and sprint. So then we'll have 2 rounds of qualifying in for all groups. And then round 3, we'll start with race 1 and go all the way through the order down through the 13.5 classes to wrap up round 3 rounds of qualifying.
Sounds good to me.
That should give everybody the best track conditions and just make, I think, for the best flowing race. Saturday, our main day, doors open at 7, and we start a little earlier, 7:30. We're going to start because we got a lot of races to get in. We want to get trophies presented and things like that, and then get everybody on the road that has to roll. For all of our events, all A feature drivers get awards, 1 through 10, and then winners of the lower features also get awards. We got really nice awards from MX Trophies, and they really take care of us, make some really nice awards. So we got some cool stuff for all the people standing on the top of the boxes and up through 10 in the A main.
Is there I'm sure it's going to be asked, is there bump up, Scotty?
Yeah, bump ups in
Okay.
in all the shootout classes for sure. We'll do that. It's standard A main, B main, C main for the shootout. So we take the top 8. Destin, yes, I'm getting to that. Thank you. So we'll take the top 8 in each category, and then we'll bump 2 from the D main all the way up. We're going to be not heat race points for the shootout. It'll be qual points we use. Best 2 of 3 rounds for qualification in that, because the track is going to change from day to day. So we don't want to do rocket round, and we do the heat race format for the Chili Bowl. So it'll be standard qual points qualifying. If you're fastest in your division in round 1, then you're going to get 0 points. Second fastest is going to get 2 points, 3 points, and so on. Then once round 1's done, it's in the books. Then we go to round 2, and that's fresh time. Even if the time is 2 laps faster, 2 laps slower, if you're still the fastest in your division, you're going to get 0 points, or basically a TQ. Then after 3 rounds are complete, we're going to add up your points from the best 2 of the 3 rounds. So basically you get 1 throwout, and then the top 8 guys will make the A feature.
And of course, if you guys don't understand, there's a lot of people that haven't done that format. So when you get to the event, just talk to Scotty or somebody there that knows it. It's a little easier to explain it in person than it is obviously when
for
we're
sure.
doing it here. But it works out real well.
And we're trying to get a lot of information here in a little bit of time. But
Correct.
Yeah, it definitely, for when you have tracks that change quite a bit. And in this venue, the track change, we till it up every night. So it's different temperature in Tulsa. One day it's going to be, 55 degrees. The next day it could be 22 degrees. So it changes a lot. So we use the qual point format. Motors for the 13.5 class. Want to try to explain this for everybody. There was a lot of questions that were on over the last couple of weeks. I just want to make sure everybody understands. 13.5 classes are a very big part of the shootout. So we want to have the fairest rules we can for it, and make sure that all motors are meeting the specifications and parameter that Roar does. Outside of the dirt oval world, 13.5 spec racing is huge in the off-road and on-road. It's a big part of the RC racing side of it. And Roar has specific specifications and parameters that each motor must reach with regards to the epoxy they use, the size of the wire that they wind the stators, and that puts out a resistance reading. And Roar has specific resistance readings for each brand of motor. And we will take the motors and inspect them and test the resistance in them to make sure that they meet the parameters that were submitted by the manufacturer. This motor was submitted to Roar. Roar tested it. These are the parameters that this brand motor must meet to be deemed legal. So that's what we're going to do. So when you come, if you've never been to an event where we inspect motors, have the motors out of your car. You can't bring your car up to get them inspected. So have the motors out. My recommendation is have a practice motor in your car that you go out in your first practice run. When you arrive, bring the motors to our inspection area at the registration counter. Zach Rose is going to be our motor tech. He does our motors tech for our Cleveland events. We do a hotel event, and the on-road one, I think he told me 650 motors. Him and Paul Lemieux from Motive went through and tech. And they have a very, very specific way they test them. We took the motors, we put them in basically what's an incubator, so it'll get them to the correct measuring temperature, because the temperature of the motor will change the resistance that the motor shows. So we have the specifications that Roar set. We use the same meter that Roar uses and the same process, so the motors will be tested. We know that measure it, it meets specifications, it'll be marked and tagged and given back to you for for racing. So you can bring a couple motors up if you wish. You do 3 motors max and bring them up, and it'll take an hour or 2 to get the motors back to you. But that's the best way to do it. And it works really well.
I think you made a really good point, Scotty. Make sure you guys, if you do have an extra 13.5 to practice with, I think that would be the way to go. Not that you're just waiting for your motor or you're missing time to practice. You can always put that legal motor in there or the tech motor in there.
Absolutely. You're going to have plenty of time for practice through the course of the day.
Yeah.
But I would not be waiting. Everybody's got a practice motor, and just put it in. Just want to make sure your car goes straight, turns and stuff like that. Yeah. And then, you can work on your gearing on your second or third practice run. But that's the best way to do it. So that is our recommendations. I'm just trying to look here if there's any questions that pop up regarding that. But hopefully that clarifies the 13.5. Again, have the motors out of your car. We're not going to take them apart. We're not going to take the end bells off and take the stator out, nothing like that. The motors will stay complete, but we will check the resistance of the motors. And they must be on the Roar approved spec list. That's most important. If you've never been to the Mustang Arena where we hold the shootout in the Chili Bowl, it's a dirt floor. You can bring easy ups. You can bring your tables and chairs, all that stuff. Some guys even put a tarp down or something like that, a carpet down on a dirt floor. You need to bring tables, chairs, power strip. Power strip seems to be thing that a lot of people forget. So make sure you bring a power strip and at least a 50-foot extension cord.
I would recommend 100.
Probably even better. Correct. Yeah. Because there's drop stage around the venue off on the side. So depending where you sit, you might have a long run to get electricity. What else? Etiquette on a driver stand. We'll have the driver stand. There's going to be a staging area behind the driver stand. That's where you go after your car goes through tech. There'll be an area where your mechanic can set it down. Then we have staging area behind. Most important is stay in the staging area. Do not walk up on the stairs behind the driver stand, because it's inevitable. You'll start talking to the other racers and stuff there, and you've all had it. Nothing's more disturbing than you're trying to concentrate on your race, and 2.5 feet behind you, some guys just having a conversation, things like that. So everybody respect the drivers that are on the driver's stand and stay off the driver's stand until your race is up. You'll exit stage left. There'll be tables there. You put your cars and your radios and right out to Marshall. We got a full day on Friday to get 3 rounds of qualifying in. So every minute we can save really helps out to get done as early as possible each day. So you'll hear us kind of talking about it, reminding everybody, just get out to Marshall. You're going to want to talk to your mechanic and stuff like that, but save it till afterwards. And please don't do that. Get right out to Marshall. The practice line, something that always becomes a problem that we try to enforce the best we can. You're the only one standing in practice line. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your girlfriend, not standing in line for you, only you. That makes it fair for everybody to be able to get an equal amount of practice. If you're running 2-3 classes, obviously that's on you, but no standing in line for somebody holding a spot for them. That's just proper etiquette. And those are the main things for the shootout that we're going to talk about. Much of it going to carry over to the Chili Bowl, which is the next week. But like Jamie said, if you have any questions, feel free to come up and see either Tim McNutt in tech, and myself. We're happy to answer any questions that you may have. So we're going to, I think that's pretty much all the bullet points that I wanted to talk about for the shootout. And again,
can I touch base on something, Scott?
Yeah.
I know you were talking about the practicing. Is there open practice and there's practice by seating?
Correct. So at 6 o'clock, we're going to have the heat set up, and that's going to be by seating by heats. Race 1, race 2, race 3, race 4. From 9 to 6, that's going to be open. Just stand, correct. Stand in line.
10 cars on the track.
Correct. Okay. And we'll try, as we have some different categories, we're going to try, if we see a bunch of guys in line with like low C sprints or whatever, we'll try to get them on a session. That's not a guarantee, but we try to do it through the course of practice.
We got a couple questions online here. I'm going to go back here a little bit. James Woodward asked if will the tech motors be marked?
Yes.
Yes, they're marked and sealed. You'll still be able to adjust the timing on them, but you will not be able to disassemble the motor.
Correct. So. Exactly. Once they're teched and labeled, you can't take them apart, things like that. and that's to prevent people changing stators, changing rotors, things like that. You will be able, as Jamie said, to adjust the timing.
Pat McCracken's online watching us.
What's up, Pat? Pat is our.
We'll see him in a couple weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, but he's going on a little holiday before every start of the year. Him and his wife Paul always go on a nice little vacation, so we'll see him a little later. Jason, I don't know for the Chili Bowl. No, you can't. We've had like a couple cancellations for the shootout, so I can't guarantee you get you in if you just show up and race. But I had a couple cancellations the last couple days. So
maybe shoot you an email.
Yeah, you can shoot me an email at SEP Event Info, and then I'll take a look and we'll see. We're trying to keep a regulated cap on it because 3 rounds of qualifying in one day is tough. We're going to have to be hustling. So, yeah, as Jamie said, send me an email, sepeventinfo@gmail.com, and then we'll be able to sort it out.
Cool. Kyle Swanson's online. Yep, I'm going, Kyle. I will not be there for the shootout, unfortunately. I can't take away from trackside that long, but me and Scotty Hooper will be there hopefully early Saturday to watch the main. So.
Early. So, yeah, main's going to start Saturday at 7:30. Bring this up because 8 o'clock's our normal start time the other days, but on Saturday, 7:30 is start time with our first feature for the shootout. In a parking lot, yeah, you can put trailers in the parking. Yeah, there's no trailers inside the Mustang Arena for the shootout or the Chili Bowl. Sponsors can. That's one of the benefits of our sponsors. They can have their display trailers and things like that where they're selling parts, stuff like that, but no race trailers in the Mustang Arena. If you've never been, Expo Square is like the State Fair. That's where they hold the State Fair, Oklahoma, and on there's many buildings. F-150, it's all Ford. Ford is like the title sponsor of the expo.
Yeah, we're in the Mustang Arena.
We're in the Mustang.
There's
exactly.
an F-150 next to us or something.
Right.
Yep,
yeah,
correct.
there's all kind of Ford related. So that's where you want to look for if you pull it up. I sent the email out with the address. It's on I'll be sending out another email. Another thing, you guys are going to get another email here in the next couple of days. Transponder numbers.
Well, someone just actually asked about it, Scotty.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. So I always do this a couple days before the event, and I sent out that email 2 days ago. It had a lot of information. I didn't want to put it in there. So I'm going to send a separate email asking for transponders. Now, I know it's the one thing that racers, for whatever reason, it can't do, but please send your transponders. It takes a lot of time to go through registration and check in. And if you give it to us ahead of time, I can put them in a little bit each day. And then leading up to the event, everybody's transponders in. Check-in is easy then because everybody's paid. Get your T-shirt. Boom, you're on your way. And we don't have to write transponders down. And the biggest benefit is once practice starts, you're already getting your lap times under your name. So it really makes it really easy. So look for in your inbox. This is for the shootout and the Chili Bowl. We'll be sending those out here in the next day or two.
Oh, man. World famous Barry Baker's online wishing us a happy holidays.
Barry Baker, one of the greatest on-road champions in our world.
Oh, yeah.
18-time Reedy Race champion, something maybe 22, 800-time national champion, something like that.
But you're solid on the 18, huh?
I'm rolling with it.
Okay.
Yeah, 18. Well, maybe 5, Barry, is it? 5 Reedy Race champions? 6, maybe?
Yeah. Hobby Wing Charlie Solanka watching us.
Oh, boy.
Always a big supporter of the Chili Bowl and the shootout.
Yep, Hobby Wing, big part of it. We're using the Hobby Wing motors at the Chili Bowl for the non-wing or the wingless and the midget. Midget's huge.
I heard it's a lot. It grew a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's switch over here to Chili Bowl time. Hopefully we were able to answer all your questions for Mudboss Shootout. And again, if you have questions, please feel free to drop me an email, SEP event information. I'm Wheels Up Friday, so if you send an email, I'll get to the emails here in the next day or two. And so we'll definitely get to them. Chili Bowl time. Man, oh, man. This has grown through the year. We got Jamie's pointing.
Yeah, we just got a couple extra straggling transponder questions. If you've already submitted the transponders, that should be already in the system, correct?
Yes.
So this is if you have not put a transponder number in. If you guys put a 11111,
there's plenty of those. My favorite is 8675309.
That's
yeah. If you're old school, you know what that is. But Yeah, that's the best one.
So if you haven't given their proper transponder number, he wants you to give him an email. So it's in your benefit, honestly. It
Yeah.
saves you time. It makes sure you're gonna get scored. It makes sure it's in the system, and it's just a lot. It's a lot easier for everybody. So
Absolutely. There are going to be vendors at both the shootout and the Chili Bowl selling parts and stuff like that. So there are going to be, pretty much everything you're going to need is going to be available. Chili Bowl. It's another great event. Sold out. It's humbling that, everything we've wanted through the years, it's grown to be what I call the World Championship of Dirt Oval, the biggest dirt oval race in the world. And it's something I look forward to. As I said earlier in the show, my roots started in dirt oval. That's what my first RC was. And it's always been a part. And when I had the opportunity to get involved in this, it's the highlight of my year every year to be able to do this and to do it in conjunction with the real Chili Bowl. And you see all the spectators that come over. You see some of the hot shoes come over. When Tony Stewart was involved, he would always come over. Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson was there last year.
Yeah, he comes over. A couple years ago, Cruz Pendergon was over, and it's really something special. And like I said earlier, a lot of first time attendees this year, and it's going to be really another great event.
A couple times those guys even race. Who raced last year? It's in the series of
Justin Haley.
And
yes.
then
Justin had a really good time. Just first time at a big RC race. He sent me a text message just a couple of days ago. Scotty, I'm sorry I can't make it, but he had a good reason. Him and his wife expecting a child.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, absolutely. So he said he's going to be online watching. So we wish Justin and his wife the best. And he said he'll be back next year. So for sure.
Way cool.
We want to thank all the great sponsors we have because it makes it go. We couldn't do it without them. Custom Works, Team GFRP, Wits Racing, McAllister, Hobby Wing, Power Products, J Concepts, Trackside Hobbies, The Graphics Shop, Exalt RC, Midtown Rental, A-Main Hobbies, Salvis SE, CRD, HobbyRec.com, Donathan RC, Motive, TLR, Gravity RC, R1, Power HD, Gens Ace, RC Discharger, Tekin, SXT, Scuff Racing, RC Fun Time, Papa Willie's, Sticky Icky, Live Time, Live RC, MX Trophies, and Stickin1Racing.com. All those companies play a part in it. A lot of them, that manufacturer's row that we have set up, it's so cool. You get there on main day and, it's just everybody's there. Vendors, selling stuff. Everybody's got some great deals on stuff. We got international. We got Matsuzuki Hayato, world champion from off-road way back in the day. Good to have you, Hayato, checking in from Japan. Hope you're doing well. And as I was saying, the manufacturer, really cool. All the manufacturers got deals on stuff. They got their latest sweatshirts and T-shirts and hoodies.
Swag,
yeah, the swag. It's awesome. It's really a cool environment, cool vibe. And if you're within 3-4 hours, every year people just come on main day on Saturday, just come watch the features and take advantage of some deals that the vendors have and our sponsors. So it's really a cool thing. One of our sponsors, Wits Racing, they're really involved in the big show next door. They always bring over a car or two, usually on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, it depends. Kind of depends on when their draw is and when they're running, but they'll bring a couple midgets over from next door. The drivers come over for a little Q&A. It's really a cool thing, and I hope you guys can come over and enjoy it. If you're not racing, stop by, make plans to check it out. A lot of fun. Schedule-wise, load-in is on Monday. Excuse me. We will start at 9 a.m., doors open, maybe a little earlier. Depends how things go with us behind the scenes with preparation, stuff like that. We have a short turnaround from the shootout to when the Chili Bowl is, so if we can open early, we will. Then there's pretty much two options for load-in. You can load in. You'll see the line. I can't remember if it's west side, east side, north side of the building. But you can line up and you can drive in, or on the exit door, you can carry your stuff in. If you just want to carry your tables and easy ups in, you can do that. Obviously, that's the quicker way. If you want to set up or you line up with your cars or your trucks, takes us about an hour. The guys are really good at getting everybody in and out. It takes about an hour to load everybody in. But those are your two options that you're able to do. Basically, if you're driving in, you unload your vehicle, put your stuff right where it is, just unload it, and boom, exit out so that the next group of cars can come in. It works really well. As soon as loading gets going, then we're going to have check-in over at the registration counter. That's where you can you'll get your T-shirts, hoodies for those that pre-ordered them, raffle tickets. We always have a great raffle, so you get one raffle ticket with each class you entered. So if you signed up for 3 classes, you're going to get 3 raffle tickets, and you'll get that. And then we'll sell raffle tickets also later. But that's when you do it, and that's where giving your transponders ahead of time saves a whole lot of time. You figure each guy, he's got to give a transponder. That takes at least 30 seconds, 45 seconds because, oh, it's on my phone. Hold on. Wait, there it is. And if you give them ahead of time, that all saves 300 and some guys. That's 300 minutes we're saving that you don't have to stand in line. So getting us transponders ahead of time is uber important.
Yeah, I'm going to back us up back on the load in again here.
Yep.
Someone made a point on, I know for the last couple of years we've done it, tables and chairs. You used to rent them?
Yeah, we still do. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So do they have to contact you, or how does that work?
Yeah, we'll have them over by the registration counter. It's $5 for a table. $10 for a table, $5 from a chair, and you can rent them and you get them and put them in your pit.
So I know some people are coming from a distance and they need a table. So
flying in, stuff like that.
Correct.
For sure. Okay. So that's a good thing. Appreciate that. So we got transponders, tech. So Tim and the gang are really good at tech. As soon as load-in is done, tech will be open, and we do it by categories. Tim came up with the idea a couple years ago that we're going to do, all right, and this is not the official order. Tim's got all that, but all right, right now, street stock. So all the street stock guys, come on, bring your cars up. We're going to go through them all and check everything so you can do it. Then once street stock's done, then we'll get into late models and so on. And it works out really, really well. And they'll go through all the things, all the measurements and stuff like that for you to check, and that goes on Monday throughout the course of the day. Also during registration is when you'll get your handout motors for the midget and the non-wing class. Those motors are also sealed and numbered and labeled. Those motors are just for you, so you can't switch motors with anybody else. That serial number will be registered to you, and that is your motor for the event. You'll get them also at check-in. But as tech goes through, you guys go through tech. They'll check everything like that. And then once the event goes on, each round, Tim and the guys will check something different. This time they'll check the wing. The next time they'll check the spoiler and things like that. And the one thing we always hear, well, it passed last time. It is not the tech guy's responsibility to make sure your car is perfectly legal and meets all the parameters. That's your responsibility as a racer. Like I said, they're going to check things. This time it's spoiler, next time it's wing. So it's on you to go to tech. You'll have plenty of time to go to the guys and check things, and they'll help you. That's what they're there to do. Make sure everything sits right, everything meets the specs. But each time you come up through tech for qualifying in for the features, they're going to check something different. So just because it went through the first time and they catch it in the second one, that's on you to make sure it's right.
That's why it's important to go up for the initial tech when they call it by class to get everything checked. Like Scotty said, they check one thing per time when they go through, and the reason they do it is for efficiency.
Yeah.
If you had to tech every piece of the car for every race, it would be backed up and it would slow the program down. So definitely make sure when tech is open for street stock or late model or something like that, make sure you guys get your cars teched completely for that.
That is for sure. Really will help. There was a question in there, Corey, for those setting up, running the shootout and running the Chili Bowl. No, you won't be able to leave your stuff set up because we got a lot more sponsors coming in on load-in, and we need that area clear so we can't have the tents and tables and stuff like that. So after the shootout's done, you'll need to take down your easy up in your pit spots and then reset up come race day. I know it's not the best efficiently, but we have a lot of sponsors that are coming in on Sunday after the shootout, and they need to be able to bring in and swing in their trailers and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you tear everything down. Voltage, we're going to be checking voltage. Now voltage, a lot of dirt oval tracks have difference of what they allow for voltage. Some places unsafe, up to, I've seen 870 allowed.
Yeah, they're doing high voltage.
Yes. So 8.40 is our rule. So we'll check voltage 840. If you're up to 844, you'll be able to step out of line and burn it off. If you're 845 or higher, you're stepping out of line. You're not running that qualifier.
You're taking a walk.
Absolutely. And this is strictly for safety. And we're not going to argue about it, no, it's safe for these batteries. This is our rule. Our meter will be in tech for you. So on Monday, when you're getting your car tech, charge your battery, take it off the charger, come up, check on our voltmeter and what it reads. If your charger is shutting off too high, knock it down so it meets at the legal limit. So you'll have plenty of time on Thursday to do that. All the tech gear will be there. So that's something that you need to do. Make sure your charger is not overcharging the batteries.
There is nothing more embarrassing than standing in line and burning off your battery.
Exactly.
That's penalty in itself.
Correct. Exactly. So I always put mine a couple of tenths because, 838 to 840, I'm not going to lose a race because of, 0.2 of a volt. So that's a bit of
because
suggestion.
of your age.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. I'm old. But when you come through check, when we're into seating practice, qualifying and everything like that, something that is uber important, your tires must be dry when you come up to tech. So you can sauce your tires, whatever you want, but dry them off when you come to tech. If you come up with wet tires, you're not going to be able to tech your car. You're not going to be able to go on the track. That really was, since we started doing this, it improved the racing surface 1,000%, keeping all the additive from being wet on a racetrack. So must have dry tires when you present your car to tech. You were going to say? Nope. Midget non-wing. Again, you'll check your motors. They'll be sealed. You can't take them apart, things like that. So be prepared for that. Marshalling. I mentioned it in the shootout briefing here. Same thing goes for the Chili Bowl. We're going to have 60-plus heats. Get off the driver's stand, exit to your left, cars and radios, and then right out to marshal. Every race we can, if we can save 1 minute per race, 60 heats, that's an hour we save just by getting out to marshal. You don't think of it, at 30 seconds, 45 seconds a race, but it all adds up. And we would sure rather get done earlier than get done later. And if we get done at a good time, talking about practice.
Might have a little practice.
But it's entirely up to the racers. We'll be ready to go, but it is up to you. The quicker we get out to marshal each and every race, the quicker we can get done with the race program, and then maybe we can get 45 minutes or an hour of practice every night. It's worked out the last couple of years.
I was going to say, though, the racers last year, they did a good job. We had practice.
Absolutely. It was really, really clicking along. So it's up to you folks to be able to do that, and we hope we can do it again. Driver stand and etiquette. As I mentioned before, the driver stand, you queue up in a corral kind of behind the driver stand before, and once the race is finished, then you can go up on the driver stand. We ask you to please don't carry on big conversations so we don't disturb the racers. Racer etiquette. If you're out there and your car breaks, stay on the driver stand. It's just a temporary stand. It's a stage and it wobbles and things like that. So you're going to be up there for the race anyway, so please just stay there. Wait till the race is over to exit. That is very, very important. Practice is going to be held, like I said, different times. We'll have the full practice days and hopefully practice every night. Nobody stand in line for anyone else. Only the driver can stand in line. It makes it fair for everyone. We started this 4 or 5 years ago, having a pit lane, and it's one of the best things we did. It's really made practice much better. The pit lane is there for you to bring your cars in and out. That's where you make adjustments. No standing in the top of 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 to make adjustments, pull your car and adjust it. The pit lane is where you do that. It works out really well. It makes for way less problems and just it makes for a better practice. Because you come in, mechanic fixes it, roll out of pit lane. It works very, very efficient. So we ask everybody to please obey that. It really, really helps out. And we don't want anybody spinning out in the top of turn when they're coming off from getting their cars fixed. Sportsmanship, we have a very unique opportunity at the RC Chili Bowl and the shootout. You get a lot of people that are going to come over and watch. Our dream is always to get our hobbies in front of, race fans. And the Chili Bowl is unlike any other race where we have thousands of people through the course of the week that come and be part. And we want to put a good eye on the wonderful hobby that we all love so much. So good sportsmanship, no need for hollering or swearing and stuff like that. So everybody, please behave, and we won't have any issues or any problem. Just good marshaling good sportsmanship, and no foul language. We won't tolerate that at all. So we hope everybody's on their best behavior. Seating. So for the Chili Bowl seating, we'll run a seating round. They're 3-minute runs, 1 minute in between. Throughout the course of that 3 minutes, we're going to take your 5 fastest laps. The computer will find your 5 fastest and take an average of those 5 laps to give you a seed time. That's the time that we're going to use to set you in the heats. And it's also one of the tiebreakers. So it's very important to try to get 5 good laps. The nice thing is it can be lap 5, lap 10, 12, 15. It doesn't have to be 3 in a row or 5 in a row. That's different than the shootout. Shootout, we're just going to have 2-minute sessions where you got to have 2 laps. But for the Chili Bowl, your 5 fastest laps average together. We've done that now last 3 years. It's worked out really well.
It's worked out well.
Exactly. So that's how that is. And again, it's one of the tiebreakers.
People just got to keep in mind that when you're seating or practicing, call it seating or practice, just everybody needs to kind of work together out there, just like any type of racing, because it's a crucial part of the whole system.
Seating,
it can make you or break you.
It truly can. It's very, very important. And the wise guys and the smart guys, wait for get some clean track. There's no need to race anybody. If you're in a gaggle with 5 cars, back it down.
Yeah.
Back it down a straightaway. Wait to get some clean track. Then just go out and rip some good laps. Again, it's 5 laps over the course of the 3 minutes. So if you get 2 heaters back to back, you're in traffic again, slow down, get another good one, and it'll average it together. So it's really up to you guys. The guys that are out there and are prideful and the ego's there. This guy's not going to pass me. Well, you're not going to have a good seat time. So it's better to just back it down a little bit and just get some clean track. The race format. This is unique to the Chili Bowl. We started it many years ago, and it's really made for, I think, the best thing. We love the race. We all love the race. We love to make the features and race, and that's how the race format is. And for the Chili Bowl, all the heats are races. Your goal in your heat races, to win your heat race. That's what it is. You get 3 rounds, 3 heat races, and you want to try to win. If you win your heat race, you get 1 point. Second place, 2 points. Third place, 3 points, so on. After 3 rounds, we count all 3. There's no throwouts. We're going to add up your points, and the top 6 with the lowest points get into the feature. And then we do bump ups. We do what in other forms RC is a Christmas tree format. So we have the top 6, then there's 2 B mains, odd and even, and 2 C mains. And out of the lower ones, we bump 2 from each. So eventually we get to the top, to the A feature, and then we have 10 car A feature in it. So it's really important to get, to the front the best you can.
I believe there's no resort or anything during the heat either, right? Where heats are all the
we round 1 is as we seed time.
Yeah.
So basically in seeding, if you're the fastest in seeding, you're in race 1 or race 10, depending what it is. Second fastest is first car in race 2. Third fastest seeding, car 1 in race 3. Fourth fastest, car 1, race 4, till we get through. And then 10th fastest is car 2 in race 1. 11th, car 2 in race 3, and so on. So in your heat, you're going to have the fastest, the 11th fastest, the 22nd fastest, the 33rd fastest, something like that. So you can have quite a variance of ability. And the key is to just try to get to the front. After round 1, then round 2, we invert. So if you win heat race, your first round of heat race, you're in the same group, then we invert. So you're going to start in the back, slowest in your heat, we'll start in front. And then for round 3, then we do a regrouping based on your results and things like that for round 3. Still with the same kind of concept.
But you won't be racing with the same guys that you did in 1 and 2, correct?
Correct, exactly.
So race 3, you'll race with different people.
That's correct.
Okay.
And then we take all three results, and that's how we set up for the heat race format and then the features. Each day we're starting at 8 o'clock, except on Saturday for the features of Chili Bowl. We're starting at 7:30. Doors open at 7. We start at 7:30, and it's a full day on Saturday. It takes
too
us
early.
Yeah, but we're still getting done at 7 at night because it just it's a full day of racing. So make sure you plan for doing that. We started last year the Invitational Division, and this is something that I thought was really special. Dirt Oval, I think in the RC community, doesn't get a fair shake. When you look at 8-scale buggy and 10-scale buggy and touring car and all that, it's kind of, not really talked about. And as I said numerous times, Dirt Oval has a special place in my heart. It's where I started my RC passion and stuff like that. So we came up with the Invitational. We took the best drivers over the last 5 years or so. They're in the Invitational, and it made for some amazing racing, and we're going to do it again this year. We're going to have the drivers in the Invitational. They will not practice on Monday. You'll practice on Tuesday. In the heats, we'll have the heats set up just like we do for all the other classes in the seatings. And then you guys will have practice. We're going to have less runs for you guys. I know last year I had, I wanted to try to give as much racing, but it was too much. So we're going to run 3 rounds, and it should just make it a bit easier for everyone. Last year we ran 4 rounds per category, and it was a bit too much. So we're going to have 3 rounds. And then again, the combined total, much like I'm taking this based off the Reedy Race of Champions. Mike Reedy, an icon in our world, had a vision many, many years ago and came up with the Reedy Race format for the Reedy Race of Champions. 2-wheel drive buggy, 4-wheel drive, gather the best from the world, and they go head to head in racing. No qualifying, just straight up racing. And we incorporated that into the Chili Bowl, and that's what the Invitational is about. So we'll take your best results from your sprint car, best of results from your late model, add them together. You get 1 throwout in sprint, 1 throwout in late model. The driver with the least points will be crowned world champion.
And they run their sprint car one day and the late model the next. Is that
basically
correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So practice will be everything, but once racing starts, it'll be just 1 car for these runs, and then 1 car for these runs that you'll just have to worry about. It really makes it less stress, I feel, that you'll just have to focus on 1 car, not both. And that's racing all the way. There is no A feature for the Invitational. It's just rounds of racing, and then at the end we crowned a world champion. And it was exciting racing last year. Nathan Dean ended up being world champion, and it was just really special. And I think Dirt Oval racers, you guys deserve this. And one of the cool things, just like we did at the Reedy Race, when you won the Open Division, the next year you are invited into the Invitational. That's one of the cool things. If you're fortunate enough to win the Open Division in Sprint, Late Model, or Midwest Modified, you punch your ticket into the Invite class the next year, and that's something that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think it was super interesting because Nathan Dean just didn't walk away with it.
No,
there was a lot of people that could have won.
I was going through it. I think Robert Chapman, he had 5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
He was 1 point away. And yeah, there was he wasn't checked out, gone. Everybody knows Nathan Dean.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's great, but he had to earn it.
Yeah. He worked hard to
and there were a lot of guys
result.
like that. Zach Rose had one bad luck really took him out of it. He was right in contention. So yeah, it's wide open for sure. And this format really works. You have to have, sure, you want to try to win, but a second, a third, and even a fourth comes into play in the total of the points that you get. So it's pretty special. That's pretty much a wrap of everything, all the bullet points of what it is. How long have we been at this now? 45 minutes, not 48. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's been
and we've kept everybody here, so we've at least stayed interesting.
I mean, I've got to say about 4 words, but that's okay.
I talk too much. I know. Well, here's your chance. The stage is yours.
I got nothing for you, but
it's.
I guess right now is the time if you guys got a couple questions online, maybe pop some questions on. If we missed something, I don't think Scotty did. I'm sure there's going to be some questions.
Oh, for sure, absolutely, there is.
Now's the time to do it.
Correct. Yes, he will be. Zach will be racing.
Oh, Brad Shear's online.
Oh, Brad Shear, he's coming for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Andy, there's 2 or 3 that are not coming. That's correct. So yes, so they will be filled by some other drivers. Sean's going to be a big part. Sean helps us out each and every year. So we all the rules are posted on the rules page at rcchilibowl.com. It's quite specific in there. All the details about the rules, what you can do to the tires, what you can do to the inserts, all that stuff. So please take a minute. You can do that. Canopy size, yes, we try to keep everything 10 by 10. You're definitely not going to show up with a 20-foot canopy and have one person under it. We definitely do not have the space for that. So be considerate of other people. So, try to get as much under your tent as possible. 2, Rodney, good question. Both 2 and 3 wire work. If you're in the RC racing world, I'm just trying to educate you a little bit. A&B or MyLaps, the company that makes the red boxes that we use decoders, they've made a big change, and it's inevitable. It's happening. Jamie and I were talking about that before we went on air. Right now, we keep our decoders with the old firmware that we've had in them for many, many years. That still counts. The old. I still got the old bigger than a postage stamp transponders. They still count. Some of the MRT transfers still count, but it's inevitable. Eventually, those are going to stop working, because if you have to send your decoder in to get updated or repaired, things like that,
Or if you buy a new one,
buy a new
facility. Yeah.
You go to a new track and they have a new decoder, your old transponders aren't going to work. So we're just warning everybody. Right now, I still gone without. I'm going to have to, maybe possibly next year, update my decoders to the new firmware. And then the old 2 wires, and I have a dozen of them that I still use. And they're not
have a dozen you probably forgot about.
Well, yes, sure. So it's inevitable that eventually you're going to have to get new transponders. But right now, decoders are still working well, and you can still run your old school transponders like we all have. Excuse me. Wi-Fi available. Don't know. Last year it was. The year before it wasn't. Every year it's different. I think every year, and I'm just guessing here, the provider of Wi-Fi at the Expo Square, don't know. So that's an unknown. Nothing that we have control over. So again, a couple years ago, you could sign up and pay to use it, but that's nothing that we have control over.
Thanks for the comment, Eric. I'm just here for moral support, I guess.
Oh no, we're using.
We're using my studio, and
Yeah.
I'm the guy running the camera.
Yeah, so it's cool, but no, Jamie's been part. Him and the guys come down from trackside, and a big part, and nice to be able to come to the studio here. And
will there be shirts and sweatshirts and T-shirts available at this event, Scotty?
There are, yes. Everybody gets a T-shirt with entry if you signed up before the deadline. Everybody pre-ordered hoodies. I ordered about 10 extra of most of the sizes. No guarantees. Everybody's had a chance to pre-order them. We had to send a T-shirt order in well in ahead, so hopefully you pre-ordered one.
Were they designed again by
the one and only Dusty Kemp?
World famous Dusty Kemp.
World famous. He is the man. He has been doing our T-shirts since 1996. 1996, when him and his brother had ICS over in Iowa, when they had their own printing place. That's when we first started doing them. That's when we kind of first became friends. He went over to Arizona T-shirts. He's been doing our stuff since, I don't want to count. That's a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, that means we're old. I don't know, Dusty, if you're watching.
Dusty Kemp still does Trackside's logos.
Yeah, exactly.
They still do it.
Yeah. Bad Johnny one, too, the new one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That'll pop
retro.
this week.
Yeah, Dusty, if you're listening, I'm angry at you, because you should have gave that logo design to us. That was way cool. It's way retro. I like it. Dusty. I was only 5 in 96. Well, I don't remember. Yeah, you know what I mean. A long time, Dusty. You've been part. So I hope you're doing well, buddy, and look forward to chatting soon. No snow that I hope, Rob. Yes. But Tulsa is so weird. You figure Oklahoma, it's not going to get snow and it's not going to get ice, but anything happens.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, there was an ice storm there 2 years ago.
Yeah. Shootout, we had to delay the start because of snow. Yeah, it was crazy. We had to push it back a couple 3 hours. I'm still in shorts though, right, Dusty? It's always shorts and hoodie weather. It always is. So for sure. So hopefully, knock on wood, we're gonna have nice weather and we'll have no problems. Any other? Hey, Jose. Jose checking in from Juarez, Mexico. He's down there visiting family.
It's probably warm there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is for sure.
Well, it's not far away, man. When do you leave, Scotty? You leave next week or no?
No, Friday.
You're leaving Friday?
Yeah, I'm Wheels Up Friday.
Okay.
The dirt gets dropped on Friday. We start building in the weekend and getting everything going. Travis, I couldn't do it without him.
No.
Travis is the man. Him and Shakey's coming.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're gonna be in charge of the track, and they, I've said it for years. We couldn't do this race without them. You know,
Yeah.
they're the guys that give you a amazing track, consistent. Travis knows, he looks at the dirt like, yeah, we're gonna have to water in 2 races, and blah blah blah. And yeah, he's a big part. You know, the team of any event, no matter what it is, it's the people behind the scenes that make it all possible. And Travis is part of them, and the tech crews, and all the guys that help with the build and things like that, hanging banners. Monty Hess and his family and Lori help with the registration, and it's it's all the people behind the scene that make it go. And it's really, like I said at the start of the broadcast, it's something I'm really proud of. We had a vision when I had a chance to do this, and I'm like, wow, doing an RC race with the Chili Bowl. I had a vision of what I thought it could be, and it was a struggle the first couple of years to get everybody to understand what we wanted to give the dirt oval world, and I wanted to make it a spectacle and an opportunity, basically like a hobby show for all the dirt oval companies, a chance to showcase their stuff, have the manufacturers row, and now it's something that everybody looks forward to. People come with money in hand on to buy bodies and cars and all the latest,
it's like
latest
it's
greatest.
like a dirt oval hobby show.
It is.
Honestly, you know, it's
It really is.
we look forward to going every year, and you can't wait till the next year to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And some people say, "Oh, we can't go every year," but if you haven't gone, you got to go once. You just have to do it once, and that's a lot of people do that too.
It is, and no matter what level of ability you are, if you're an A main driver or a H main driver, it's something for everybody. And to be able to stand on the sideline and watch the invitational guys that have an ability that most of us just wish we could do, and to be able to put on a show like that. And like I said, when the midgets come over from next door, you can touch and feel, and you really see what these guys are, and talk to the drivers and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. And you get to meet the manufacturers, whether you're, no matter what, if you're a Ford or a Chevy guy, whatever, all the companies are there representing their brands, and you can talk to these guys and ask questions. The team are there to help you. You can bring over your car and say, hey, I keep my car's understeering. It's really pushing coming out of the corner. And they'll take their time. They'll set their stuff aside and help you with yours, or, do this to your diff, things like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of the manufacturers are there. Like you said, all the sponsors like Custom Works and GFRP and Charlie's Online from Hobby Wing. They want to help you.
Correct.
They want to make your racing experience and your time at the Chili Bowl or racing in general, fun. So
it is. It's a key part of it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Charlie at Hobby Wing, to be able to have factory support to set, explain the turbo and boost and all this stuff that you read online, but do you trust all the people in the chat room that you're reading? How much of that information is really, but you can get it firsthand from the manufacturers, and how do you build shocks with no rebound, and all this stuff. They're there for you to be able to do, and that's priceless to be able to do that. And being able to go to a race and get suggestions from the best in the world, it's pretty cool. Any other questions in this?
I don't see nothing fresh.
Troy says, I got a 16-hour road trip. What do you guys got? It's 12?
We can do it on 11-ish.
Yeah, I can do it 11, 15. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like a typical answer. Loudon Siegfried making his first visit to the Chili Bowl. He's been a dirt oval racer. I don't want to say how long time. Been in RC world a long time. He's making his trip down, so it's going to be good to see him.
From where?
I don't know. Why you put me on the spot? I'm Pennsylvania.
It sounded like he knew where he was from.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Loudon. Is that Indiana? I don't know. You just threw me on the butt. He's going to show up. It's like you couldn't remember where I'm from. There's Garrett. Garrett is a big part. I mentioned it earlier. Part of the track crew. He's helped out Travis, the last 3 years?
I'm going to say 2 to be positive. 2 to be positive.
Yeah, and he's been a big help, and really thank you. He's coming. He's going to be there for the shootout. Yes, we will be live streaming. That is going to start Tuesday. We're going to have like one camera. We're going to have the trackside cam up Tuesday of the Chili Bowl?
Yes, when I get there, we'll have something.
Yeah,
We'll have
so
something
yeah.
up for sure.
And then the full broadcast will start on Wednesday with multiple cameras, things like that. We got a really, really cool broadcast planned for the Chili Bowl this year. It's going to be really cool. Oh, I guess, boom, got it. Yes.
Pennsylvania.
I got a point. Yes. All right. Good deal. Phew. I got it right. I was worried I was going to fail. Jennifer, now you want to come to the shootout. Interesting. Just like I mentioned, send me an email, Jennifer, if you would. You just emailed me the other day. Send another email and I'll let you know. I did have some cancellations over the last 2 days, and I haven't been able to fill all those spots yet for the shootout. I've been busy with some family stuff, but send me that email and then we'll get to that. Lance checking in from Anchorage. Is there any dirt oval racing up in Anchorage? But it's right. It's all nighttime there, right? You get I think it's the time of year where there's no sunlight, right? I think that's what it is. That'd be weird not having any sunlight. I mean, it's painful here. It's dark at 3:30 now.
I don't know. I never leave the building, so
True. So, folks, that really is most of the bullet points of the Mudboss Shootout and the Chili Bowl. We're excited to make our trip. It's kind of the start of the RC year for us. We look forward to it. It's exciting. We get this couple-week break here during the holidays. Everybody's wrenching on cars. I saw Dustin did his Christmas time. Dustin was wrenching on his cars. You were
he was live streaming while he was wrenching on it.
Exactly. You were here the other day.
Get a life.
Wrenching. Yeah, no, RC's our life, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we thank everybody for coming. It's been great to have so many people here. If your friends didn't get a chance to join us live, make sure you tell them, because this is our official kind of driver's meeting, kind of cover all the main points to save us time. Don't want to lose 45 minutes or so with a driver's meeting at the event. We want to be able to talk about practice, getting as much practice as you can, because we all want more practice, right?
Everybody wants practice.
Exactly. I heard Shifties. I just found out today, Shifties, that's the local track, like just a few minutes on the track.
I think
they changed the dirt floor now.
Dirt floor, yeah.
Yeah,
They just had
Tim-
a J Concepts race there a couple weeks ago.
And I didn't know. I didn't put two and two together that was it. I saw videos of that, and I'm like, wow, really nice. And when I was there last year, they had it in like a small section, and we were all like, man, if they would change it to the lengthwise, it'd be really awesome. So I'm going to try to swing by before everything starts and go check it out.
We might have to go check it out too.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had a J Concepts race there. I'm going to say 3 weeks ago to be safe. And I think Nathan Dean won.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Arnie was there.
Yeah.
Because I messaged him. I said, you're getting old, man.
Yeah, but they're still quick. Charlie says, put the link in there for the transponders. I'm going to send a separate email, but you know how to put the link in there? You're running this kind of stuff.
On the YouTube page?
Sure. Yeah. SEP event info.
Yeah, all we have to do is change the
gmail.com.
description.
All
We
right.
can do it right after we're done here.
Okay, there we go. We'll do that. But I'll be sending out, hopefully tomorrow, depending what goes on. We'll send that email out to everybody for the shootout in a Chili Bowl. Jamie, you got anything else?
I think we hit it right on an hour, which is a good time.
That's really good.
And we kept 215 viewers. So I look forward to being there. We're going to be a little bit later than we're not going to be there for the shootout, but I'm excited.
Yeah, but you just get less sleep, and then you get there for main day at a shootout.
Yeah, we're going to leave earlier on Friday and try to get there for the main day on the shootout to watch it. So
It's going to be a good time. We look forward to seeing everybody. As I said, lots of first-timers, new people are going to come and enjoy what we hope is best dirt oval race you ever get to go to. We sure work hard. People all behind the scenes. Got some great hardware to give away. We're going to have a great live stream. We got a lot of great sponsors. Chili Bowl always has a stellar raffle that you'll be able to take part in. You don't have to buy tickets. It's included with your entry. You can buy more. We got some great shirts and hoodies from Dusty and a gang in Arizona. And it's just going to be good times in Tulsa. Uh-oh. Rudy Rosales, how you doing, Rudy? Rudy, you need to come racing. Come out from California and run some RC, some dirt oval. That'd be great to have you there. Hope you're doing well. That's all I got, JT.
I think that's it. Look forward to seeing everybody at the Chili Bowl in 2026. Hope everybody has a safe and happy New Year, and hope everybody had a great Christmas.
Yes.
And
all that cool stuff Santa brought.
All the
down
cool
the chimney.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah, you got your new cars, your new Chargers, and all that good stuff. Bring it to Tulsa, rock it at the Chili Bowl. But thanks, everybody, for being here, listening to us, kind of going over things, asking your questions. Look forward to bringing you an outstanding 2026 RC Chili Bowl Mudboss Shootout. Go fast, turn left. It's going to kick off our 2026. Look forward to seeing everybody in Tulsa.
See ya.